cozy welcome to Dreamy Campfire Sleep Stories. Follow my voice and embrace the night's calm for a relaxing sleep. Hush your soul. Let go. Let's put you to sleep with Sunday Fantasy. Chapter 4, Shere Khan. In the last chapter, we witnessed the plan in action as Rahman and the company held off people in the hut. That hold-off led to the massacre. Their plan worked, but to what purpose, you're wondering? A fair ask. And so in today's chapter, you'll hear about how Shere Khan is bent on getting what he wants no matter the cost. With his loyal companion, Mowgli, the duo goes after what seems like the work of someone. This chapter establishes Shere Khan as a character we've known for years and brings more to the story as web spins. You'll see why Shere Khan is driven. So brace yourself, my friend, for in this chapter you'll meet Shere Khan himself. Let's get started with today's chapter. The stars shone with their full might as the night turned dark, accompanied by the moon. The sky felt alive and warm. The jungle, however, grew quiet and cold in the wake of man-folk's screams, as if someone casted a spell and everyone lost their senses. Everything lay in a tight anticipation. Since he bolted away, Mowgli gained a good distance. Rahman, the company had started and kept at their quest. He didn't even look back once he saw the company going in. He kept heading northwest at the even pace, but the temptation to see the action got better of him. In his mid-track he stopped and wondered for a while, then he turned back and went in the direction he had come from. He sauntered through the jungle, dilly-dallying to see Khan's plan come to fruition. Once he heard man-folk's screams, he nodded to himself. He muttered something and bolted as if someone turned a key on him. He tracked the path man-folk took. Once where the people had passed and you lay in wait in the nearby bushes. Sure enough, a man, robbed of colors and hope, sprinted by him. Good. That'll make things interesting, he said and got on the move again. He scratched the itch he had, and now though he felt he ought to see through the whole massacre, he decided against it. This time he headed straight to the dilapidated temple in the northwest. Along the way he came across the company feasting on a couple of cattle and a buck. He smirked looking at Rahman. The wolf smiled as she ate, so pleased with herself and how the plan went. My plan, Mowgli mouthed and spat, and then got a move on. When he reached the dilapidated temple, a tiger resting on the fallen heap of rocks sat staring into the distance. Mowgli went around the temple and sneaked in from behind the tiger. I've eyes on my ears to see my enemies coming from behind, Shere Khan said, without moving a muscle. Tell me, what news? Mowgli said, it's done. I've heard screams in the air enough to shake the creatures and the man-folk for the nights to come. Good, Khan said, Rahman and the others. Enjoying the gracious feast he threw, Mowgli said with a tinge of disappointment. Oh, Mowgli, everyone likes their efforts rewarded even when they have failed to deliver. You're always so strict with your approach. Well, they've succeeded, so they deserved it nonetheless. You speak as if you weren't a part of it, Khan said in undertone. Taking a step back, Mowgli said in a low tone, indeed I was. I kept tabs on everyone's activity. I personally went to the site, and so I can guarantee a man survived, for I've seen the man running for his dear life. When Khan shot a look, it forced Mowgli to change his line of sight. But that's a good thing. The terror will rise again in man's heart. They'll know better not to mess with the jungle folk. For whom I wonder, Shere Khan said. Mowgli held his tongue and waited for Khan to come around. Tell me, where's Tama? thought you never asked. Chiz by Pingla, enjoying an evening bath, Tabukwi said, and left in this cold weather, and said. For moments Khan didn't say anything. He gazed into the distance. While his lips moved, no words came. A fond memory played in front of his eyes. After a moment of deliberation, he said, "We'll see her later." Then he glanced at Tabukwi and grunted. "You wanted to see how it goes, so shall we?" "Yes, of course, Khan," said Tabukwi with gleaming eyes. "The moment would be incomplete without me." He smiled and mumbled, "After all, we all have been friends since forever. I should witness it." Shere Khan rose and stretched to his entirety, shaking off the cold. He jumped off the rumble. As he landed, he winced and shifted his weight to his right. Taking a moment, he steadied himself and then started off with Tabukwi on his side. The waning moon descended into the western sky. A low cold wind picked up as the duo entered the jungle. For minutes only the wind hissed. The duo kept their own thoughts and went deeper into the woods. After a while they came up the river, Pingla, which separated the highlands from the low grasslands and agriculture lands. The forest here is thinner and leaner than on the highlands, on the far edge of the grasslands. An knoll overlooks the terrain and offers shelter from prying eyes with long grass and a banyan tree. On the side, like a sore thumb, a rock lay offering open space. Shere Khan and Tabukwi stopped at the edge of the forest. The grasslands seemed abandoned for the night. "What now?" Tabukwi said after minutes had lapsed, and Khan didn't move an inch. "We wait." "I can see that, but how long?" Shere Khan stood looking at the knoll and didn't say anything. For moments he kept his gaze fixed as if he could see something there. Tabukwi matched his sight of lying with cans, but from here he could make not a bit of the knoll besides the swaying grass, an overgrown banyan tree. He shrugged and made himself home on the roots of the nearby tree. Khan strolled around, but not even once he took his eyes off from the knoll. Some time later, Boo circled over the knoll, and then he came flying towards Khan. Tabukwi had drifted off and made chewing noises as he turned in his sleep. Shere Khan called him, but he kept napping away. When a few small rocks hit him, he got off and looked at Khan. Khan gestured to him to follow. Tabukwi let out a long yawn, stretched, and followed after Khan. "Are you absolute on the info?" Khan said. "Yay. After all, you did order me to keep an eye out," Boo said in a matter-of-fact tone. "That is exactly what I did." Shere Khan grunted and said, "Time to go then." "What was the hold-up for?" Tabukwi said as he satisfied an itch on his side. "I have to be thorough," Khan said, his eyes glued to the knoll. Once they reached the foot of the knoll, Khan looked around for any creature. Satisfied, he ascended the knoll. On the rock, a tiger lay heaped as if made out of the rock itself, but the rising and falling of its belly betrayed the notion. Its blood trickled down the rock and formed a moist patch on the dirt. Its fur sported a bald patch on its side as if burned by something. Smell of burnt flesh and blood greeted Khan. "Hide," Khan grunted after he found Tabukwi following close behind. He then walked in as if he owned the place. "Bagheera, my brother," Khan cried from his belly. "What has happened to you?" he said in such a soothing voice that made Tabukwi turn around to check if Khan spoke. "Or Bagheera, who on earth did this to you?"